Hi, I'm Derek. Before we begin today, I just need to undertake a really simple security measure. I'm sure you understand that at the Archivist Institution, we are very serious about our security. So, I need you to answer a question for me. You can take your time with this one, but I want you to be 100% sure. Now I'm going to show you something, and you have to tell me the truth. Is this you? Take all the time you need. We've got a lot of time. But is this you? Can you see it well? Is that you? I need to know before we can start. Any questions? It is you. Good. That is good. This was who I was meant to be meeting with today, so fantastic. Now, I'm Derek Rourke. I'm the Protocol Compliance Supervisor on Level 4, and it's my job to assess the findings on your report, this time on the Mothman. It's my job to assess if the cryptid is dangerous, if you are injured, and if you're ready to be sent back into the field. So I'm going to be looking through your report with you, asking you clarifying questions about the report, and then we'll see. Okay, I have your report here with me. Okay, Mothman, Phenomena 132, Cryptid Classification, Beta Anomaly, Field Officer, that's where I signed, Derek, Activity Range, Appalachia Region, Appalachia, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Okay. Status uncontained. Okay, well, it could have been better if we dealt with that, but whatever. Okay, it's a winged humanoid. 7 feet in height. 10 to 12 feet wingspan. Red glowing eyes. We see that one quite a lot here at the Archivist Institution. Large black wings, silent flight, no flapping detected. Okay, so what do you mean by that? So it has 12 feet of wings. It's got a 12 feet wingspan, and it doesn't use them, so it just hovers. Okay, well, I guess you have something more to research. Okay, and you say here that it's often observed perching on structures. I really don't want to sound rude, but Are you sure you saw a Mothman on a structure? Just because the way you describe it sounds a lot like the traditional concrete sort of gargoyle. It's a 7-foot massive sort of thing. It's got these massive wings and it's perching on buildings. And you're sure? Are you sure? You're mostly sure. Well, better to be safe than it is to be sorry. Okay, now on to behaviour. What behaviour does this thing have? It appears before catastrophic events. Okay, part of my job is to figure out if this thing is dangerous. It appears before awful things happen. Does it do the awful things that happen? Or is that a crazy coincidence? Okay, you say here that there's no direct hostility, but presence can cause psychological distress. Is this a psychological sort of power that the creature has? Or is it more that it's 7 foot tall and it freaks people out? Okay, unsure. Okay, people lose time. Time loss. Well, that's, look, low level psychological manipulation. That's relatively common here as well, and it avoids human interaction. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay, now you have here that you classified it generally as a beta anomaly, but you have the theory of classification bit down here at the bottom. I don't know who you're trying to impress with that. I'm the only person that looks at these, and I don't preface anyone if they get nerdy or technical in their reports. If you're doing that for yourself, or you think it's actually warranted, great, but you're not going to get brownie points for it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, it's possibly interdimensional. Massive claim. What evidence do you have for that? That's why you said possibly. Well, it's possibly not. Okay. Or advanced biological construct. What do you mean by that? It could be made by a foreign government. It could be, there's no way we'd know that. It could also be a psychic trauma harbinger. Okay, so it's in the minds of the people who have experienced something bad, or it's a harbinger as in it's something that the mind creates, or it appears and it's an outside anomaly that appears in the brain. Well, it sounds cool. Okay, so in general, it seems not to be an instigator, but an observer and an amplifier of disaster. Does that make it dangerous? You're making my job quite difficult, because I'm meant to assess if it's dangerous, and it doesn't directly cause danger, but you're saying it could amplify a catastrophe. I need to know if this warrants us going out and grabbing the thing up. I'm going to talk to the supervisor about that, and we'll see what we'll do. But, okay, that's noted. Now, let me get my sheet. Okay, so to make sure we have a proper paper trail for all of this, I've got a little to-do list of what we needed to do today. Let's start. Isolate if the phenomena is dangerous. Already stuck at the first one. But you know what? Let's just tick that, not dangerous. Ensure the report is accurately detailed. Is it? Okay. Is there? Oh, okay. Do you have anything you need to admit or to tell me off the record? We have these paper trails, these documents for a reason. But if there's anything you think that you need to tell just me, I'll look into it personally. I'll look into it myself, figure out what's going on. Just tell me, is there anything? Okay, well, not personal details, but anything about the case that you need to tell me. Okay, thank you. Okay, an eye movement test. That makes sense if you have been exposed to a cryptid. A bunch of different physiological phenomena may occur in your body, and so we need to check how you're going. Okay? Please follow the pencil. Okay, yep. Just follow the pencil. Okay. Keep following. A bit closer to you now. I don't see anything, to be honest. Your eyes seem to be working. They seem to be adjusting and focusing. So, assume that brain is fine. Now, we have a memory focus test. You yourself said that this cryptid did have some psychological powers, managed to freak some people out. They forgot time. So tell me, what date isn't it? What time isn't it? What time is it not? Who isn't the king at the moment? Who isn't the Pope at the moment? How many numbers are in the letter number? Okay. You seem to understand everything I'm saying, so I'm sure you're fine. Okay, now we have a face examination. I'm going to be touching various points on your face, and you need to let me know if you can feel them. I'll put my notepad down. Okay, this should be alright. Just let me know. Do you feel that? How about on this side? Do you feel that? Yeah, and here, and on your chin, and on your forehead, the side of your face, the other side of your face. Can you feel my hand on your head? Okay, you seem to have a feeling in your face, which is important, especially if you're at a workplace. Next, do the face evaluation. This next step, it's a bit more involved. Since you, yourself, admittedly, have been around a beta class anomaly, we need to get any potential brainwashing residue out of your ears. Now, this will consist of me looking visually in your ears. I have had the surgery that is required to be able to visually see psychic residue, so you just need to sit there, won't be uncomfortable, just going to be removing it from your ears, and then after that I just have one more thing to do. Okay, now let me have a look. Seems you do have a little bit right there. Now I'm extracting it, and I'm wiping it away, and I'll tell you right now, this stuff is sensitive, and so most of it evaporates on touch. Now I'm going to go back to your other ear, and I'm going to evaluate that, but I'm going to have to move back here after the residue spreads down from the top, and we'll see if there's any more. Okay. Let me have a little. Yeah. Okay. I can see what's going on. Definitely. Yeah. This stuff, I'll tell you, this stuff is sticky, but it's safe, because as soon as I touch it and remove it, its psychic properties evaporate, which is what we're going for here. Just want to make sure we're getting all of the psychic residue, all of it clean out. Okay, back to this ear. Yeah, I can see in the time that I was away from your ear, some of the residue built back up, meaning that I hadn't got all of it. You kind of have to get every ounce of psychic residue, otherwise it starts dripping down, and if you think too much, it can start building back up again. So I'm fairly certain that's it for this ear. One more bit. Now we're almost done. You're doing a really good job. Gently removing it from your ear. Gently removing the residue. Almost all of it's gone. Okay, we just have this one little piece. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. That was really good. You should start to be feeling better. I do now believe you about the cryptid, because you wouldn't have any psychic residue if you hadn't truly been around a cryptid with at least a small level of psychological powers, psychic powers. I have to commune now with the supervisor. Where is he? Oh. He's in my hands already. It's kind of freaky the way he does that. Anyway, here he is. Now, I've got to quickly talk to him. He's in a good mood today. Okay, well, I believe the supervisor has some things to say to you and wants to congratulate you personally, so I'll let him just talk to you. Given that he's just a skull, he can't talk very loud, so I'll put him right against your ear. Thank you. Thanks for your time. I don't know where to put him. I'll just put him down in this plastic nest. Yeah. Always weirds me out that I put him down and then when I turn back he's gone. However, that's the supervisor for you. Now, I know I joked around a bit before. I know kind of made fun of you for that whole gargoyle thing and stuff like that, but I wanted you to know I thought you did a really good job. It's been a long time for me since I've assessed a field agent, and the supervisor was really happy with you, so we'll have to get you back in here soon. Hope you can get back out there, get into the field, investigate some cryptids. I've heard there's some really dangerous ones. And you should go and find them and survive, come back, I'll assess you. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Derek is my name, if you want to remember that. Okay, bye bye. See you, come back soon.